If you were watching this video at night, drop everything and listen carefully. Don't scroll, don't skip. What you're about to hear is not about dates, headlines, or secret timelines. It's about you. What if the final instruction Jesus gave before his return was not a hidden code about nations or disasters, but a command so personal, so piercing, that most people quietly ignore it? On the slopes of the Mount of Olives, just days before the cross, Jesus spoke with a calm urgency. The city of Jerusalem was tense. Betrayal was forming. The disciples were full of questions. They wanted clarity about the end. They asked about signs, wars, and when it would all happen. And Jesus gave them an answer that still unsettles the human heart. According to the New International Version, he said plainly, "About that day or hour, no one knows, but only the Father." Matthew 24:36. No dates, no countdown, no calendar to decode. Then he shifted the focus. If you cannot know when, then how should you live? Jesus compared his return to the days of Noah. People were eating, drinking, marrying, building. Life felt normal. Routine felt safe. Until suddenly, everything changed. Their downfall was not ignorance, it was indifference. They lived as if accountability would never interrupt comfort. Then Jesus gave a command that echoes like a drumbeat through his teaching. Therefore, keep watch. Matthew 24:42. Not watch the sky, not analyze headlines. Watch your heart. The danger he warned about was not chaos in the world, it was spiritual sleep. To explain what he meant, Jesus told a story about servants waiting for their master. One stayed faithful, doing what he was entrusted to do. The other grew careless, assuming there was plenty of time. The difference between them was not belief, it was obedience during the waiting. Then came the parable of the 10 virgins. 10 were waiting. 10 had lamps. All expected the bridegroom, but only 5 brought oil. When the midnight cry rang out, intention was not enough. Preparation made the difference. And when the door closed, it did not reopen. Therefore, keep watch, because you do not know the day or hour. Matthew 25:13. Oil could not be borrowed. Faith could not be rushed at the last second. Readiness could not be transferred. It had to be cultivated quietly, long before the moment arrived. Many understand the oil as a picture of living faith, a relationship with Christ that is active, steady, and enduring. Jesus said, "Remain in me, as I also remain in you." John 15:4. Remain, not visit occasionally, not remember emotionally. Remain. On the night before the cross, with betrayal already in motion, Jesus did not speak about escape plans. He spoke about faithfulness. He commanded his disciples to love one another. "As I have loved you, so you must love one another." John 13:34. Love was the evidence of wakefulness. Where love grows cold, faith begins to sleep. He also warned, "Not everyone who says to me, 'Lord, Lord,' will enter the kingdom of heaven." Matthew 7:21. Words without obedience would not endure. The final instruction of Jesus was not a single dramatic sentence. It was a pattern repeated again and again. Stay awake, stay faithful, stay obedient. He warned that the greatest threat before his return would not be persecution, but erosion. Because of the increase of wickedness, the love of most will grow cold, but the one who stands firm to the end will be saved. Matthew 24:12-13. Notice that. Not sudden collapse, slow drifting. Spiritual sleep rarely happens overnight. It happens gradually, when prayer becomes optional, when love becomes selective, when truth becomes negotiable. Even after the resurrection, when the disciples asked him if he would restore the kingdom immediately, he redirected them. The timing was not theirs to know. Their responsibility was to be faithful witnesses.
Waiting was never meant to be passive, it was meant to be purposeful. The Apostle Paul later echoed the same warning. For you know very well that the day of the Lord will come like a thief in the night. 1 Thessalonians 5:2. A thief succeeds not because he is powerful, but because others are unprepared. Jesus revealed this not to create fear, but to awaken love-driven readiness. When he ascended, angels told the disciples he would return. They did not stand staring at the sky. They returned to prayer, unity, obedience. That is watchfulness in action. The return of Christ is presented in Scripture as both promise and warning. For the awake, it is hope fulfilled. For the careless, it is sudden and sobering. The question Jesus leaves behind is not when will it happen. The question is, will your lamp still be burning? Not whether the world is darker, but whether your faith is steady. Readiness is revealed in small daily choices, choosing obedience over convenience, love over indifference, truth over comfort. The final instruction of Jesus is not hidden in mystery. Remain faithful, remain obedient, remain awake. The night may feel long, waiting may feel ordinary, but dawn will come. And